morning everyone, welcome in this civics class. In our last class, we had discussed about the meaning of government, what are the needs and responsibilities of the government, and what are the three levels of government in India. Today, we will briefly revise our last topic, that is levels of government, and we'll discuss about types of government, mainly monarchy and democracy. So let's see. Division of responsibility. I can give you some example. If it is thing that is related to nation, suppose Indian Army protecting entire boundary of India, the 17 states, they are sharing their boundaries with other international countries, with our neighbors, but they cannot employ their own army to protect only their areas. We need a national control on that level, right? So that's the reason Indian Army is under national control, whereas our central government is taking care of recruitment, maintenance, and whatever their need to fulfill to maintain an army, to keep peace for all our citizens and protect our boundaries. In case there is a violation of international rules and laws in boundaries, our national government, they are responsible to take decision whether our army will attack a country or not. In case of some foreign relation with some foreign countries, how to maintain those international relationships, that will be under national control. Definitely, a particular state cannot take any decision on that. National government can ask opinion for all these things with all the state government, but ultimate decision will be of national government. Now, tell me, railways, who will control that? Definitely, national government, because railway has a channel throughout the countries. So it is naturally controlled by national government. Now, what is the responsibility of state government? State government is taking care of the maintaining rules and regulation in their own state. For example, police is always under state control, because in a state, whether everything is going on smoothly or not, there is peace or not, is there any problem, any criminal offense happens, we will take care. Naturally, Prime Minister, every time it is not possible for him to come in your state and look after that, right? In that case, our state government is responsible with taking care of that, and wherever it is needed, police force, where to send, what will be the number to control the crime, that state government is taking care. Next, we are coming to district level. All the minute work that you can see in your locality, that are controlled by district administration. They are maintaining road, they are maintaining street light, your drinking water, your municipal system, everything is coming under district level. State has a control on a district, but district officials has given enough power that they can work independently in their own sector. Now we will discuss about types of government. There are different types of government we can see. We will focus mainly on two. Think about the time when India was ruled by kings or queens. We have kings, right? They have their own territories, and a particular king used to rule a particular place. That is known as monarchy. When it is king, the king is ruling a particular area or territory, and he is the ultimate ruler, right? He is not answerable to anyone. He can take his own decision, and he can be a dictator also, who can take his own decision and force others to follow him, because he has power in his hand. So that is known as monarchy, when king is the ruler. And mostly monarchy is hereditary. That means someone's father was a king, that is the reason even he is the king. We cannot see any changes in that. It goes on as a family tradition. Next, we are coming to democracy. We claim that India is the largest democracy in the world. Now, what is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Of the people, by the people, for the people. Now, what is that? Democracy is something where people is the last word. So, people elect their representatives, and these representatives, they act for the people. They are elected by the people of their own country. So it is a complete procedure where people have complete control on the administration. India is one of the largest democracies in the world, and they, as a part of democracy, what can be the major thing? We can say it is universal adult franchise. Now, what is universal adult franchise? Universal adult franchise is any adult member of the country, if he or she is a citizen of India, he or she has a right to vote, cast his vote to elect his or her representatives. So, this is known as universal adult franchise. This is the way our democracy is controlling the leaders. And these peoples, those who are elected as their representative, they are ruling them, administer them for a particular time period. So they cannot be a dictator. They need to come back to the people again. They need to answer for their work to everyone, to the media, to the common people. We have a right to right for information. Whatever we need to know, our government, our representatives, they are bound to give us answers, and that is known as real democracy in the world. So with this, our chapter number 3 is complete. In our next class, we will start our next chapter.